Hi, this is Rahul from BI Training Hub. In this video, we'll see how we can use calculated fields to do conditional formatting in our chart. So let's connect to Tableau Desktop. I'm using Tableau 2020.1 version. Let's connect to Excel. Go to My Documents, My Tableau repository, Data Sources folder. There you'll see 2020.1 version and go to Sample Superstore Excel. Let's use Orders tab from this Excel. Drag Orders tab and go to Next Worksheet. The calculated fields are used when you want to do transformations on top of your data. Now we'll use these calculated fields to find the conditional formatting in the data. For conditional formatting, we'll create a bar chart with, let's say, subcategory and sales. Drag subcategory, put it in columns. Drag sales, put it in rows. Now we'll get a bar chart. Let's make this graph entire view. Go to this fit section from top and click on entire view. In this view, we are getting subcategory by sales. Now we want to understand which bars are having sales more than 200,000. So we'll create a conditional formatting chart here where if any bar is crossing 200k, we'll get one color, else we'll get second color. To understand whether the bar is crossing 200k value or not, we'll need a field which says whether it is crossing 200k or not. If you want to create any transformations on your data using existing dimensions and measures, we use calculated fields. You can go to Analysis tab and here you have Create Calculated Field option, which is one option of creating calculated field. Second is you can click on this arrow next to dimension and you have Create Calculated Field. Click on it and it will open this window. So first thing, what name you want to give to the calculation? I'll just name it as sales threshold. Now in calculation, it supports multiple functions. So you can click on this arrow towards right side and then it will open list of all the functions which you can use in calculated field. You can hover on any function towards right side. It will give the description of that function along with one example. So let's hide this function window and this is the area where we'll write the formula. Now as we want to check the condition, we'll use if condition. So we can write if condition in calculated field. So let's write if sum of sales is greater than 200,000, then the formula is if condition, then value, else value, end. So it will be if sum of sales is greater than 200,000, then in either single quote or double quote, we'll write above threshold, else below threshold, end. So now our calculation is if sum of sales is greater than 200,000, then above threshold, else below threshold, end. Click on OK. We'll have sales threshold placed in measures. Now if you look at its data type, it shows ABC. It says it is a string column because we have assigned string in that calculation. Now how to understand whether it is a calculated field or column coming from Excel? So you can see equal to sign next to this data type. If it is having equal to sign, that is a calculated field. But in previous videos, we have seen how Tableau will decide what should go to dimension and what should go to measure. So any data type which is string is placed in dimension, but this is a string column which is created, but that is placed in measures. If you try to drag it in dimension, it will not go in dimension. That is because we have used aggregation in the calculation. It is saying if sum of sales is greater than 200,000. So as we have used aggregation in the graph, it won't directly get pulled in dimension section. Now we want to use the sales threshold calculation to change the color of the graph. So let's drag the sales threshold and put it on color. If any bar is having value above 200,000, it will have one color, else it will have second color. Now if you want to have a threshold line on 200,000 to check whether the bar is crossing that line or not, we'll go to Analytics tab. Next to this Data tab, we have Analytics tab. Here we have constant line. Drag this constant line and place it in the table. Once you drag this constant line on the graph, it will ask you on what value you want to have this threshold. It is considering minimum value right now from the graph, which is 3024. will change it to 200,000. You can write even 200k, it will consider it as 1000. Hit enter and we'll have a threshold line on 200k. If you want to customize this line, click on this line and there is option of edit. Click on it. So it will open this window. We are getting a line on entire table on 200k value, which is a constant value. Now what you want to show in the label. So right now the label is showing actual sales value, actual threshold value, which is 200,000. So if you don't want this label, you can go to the drop down and you can change it to none. In tooltip, it is asking what you want to show on hover when you are actually hovering on this line. So let's keep it automatic. If you want to change the format of this line, you can go to this line, make it a dotted line with, let's say, this color. And there is the option of fill above and fill below. This fill above will put background color above this line. Fill below will put background color below this line. Click on OK and this will be the view where we are having a threshold line on 200,000. Now we have just one condition which says if the bar is above 200k, give one color, else give second color. Let's modify that condition. Now we'll have two conditions. If a bar is having value above 200k, give one color. If it is between 100k and 200k, give second color, else give third color. So let's go to the sales threshold calculation, right click on it and edit it, which will open this window. So here we are writing if sum of sales is greater than 200,000, then I'll say above 200,000. I'll write above 200k. As we want to add another condition, we'll use else if, and this else and if should be together. So it will be else if sum of sales is greater than 100,000, then we'll say between 100k and 200k. Else it will be below 100k. Now our condition is if sum of sales is greater than 200,000, then it is above 200k. Else if sum of sales is greater than 100,000, then it is between 100k and 200k, else it is below 100k. And click on OK. Now you'll see three colors here. Anything which is above 200k is having one color. Anything which is above 100k is having second color. Anything which is below 100k is having third color. Let's add another threshold line. We'll go to Analytics tab, drag constant line, place it on the graph and put this line on 100k. Click on the line, edit it. Let's change this label to none. We'll go to line formatting, a dotted line with, let's say, this color. Let's fill this below and click on OK. Now I'll just bring this above 200k, then 100 and 200k, between, below 100k and above 200k. Just drag it from color legion, put it in between, and now we'll have three colors with two threshold lines. If anything is above 200k, it will have one color. If anything is between 100k and 200k, it will have second color, else it will have third color. So that's how we can have conditional formatting in Tableau. Let's name this worksheet as conditional formatting. Like that, you can have a number of conditions placed in that calculated field, bring that on color, and then your graph will change based on your graph color will change based on your sales threshold value. Thanks for watching the video. Stay tuned for more videos. If you have any questions on a calculated field or any of the topic, feel free to put the comments and then I'll be answering your questions.